So for some reason, some people are still stuck in the 80s. So when you say direct ab work, they think you mean hundreds, if not thousands of crunches. But the reality is your core is very dynamic and is not only going to benefit from flexion, crunches, but also from rotation, stability, and a host of other movements. So this is why I love kettlebells, because they allow you to work in planes. They allow you to work ways that you typically wouldn't do if someone were to say, all right, go and do ab work, which would probably mean just go plank. So here are 3 exercises. Grab your light or medium kettlebell and give these a go. So the cool thing with this series is that you're not going to need to go to the ground for any of them. So the first one we're going to do is around the body. We're going to alternate back and forth. So you can use other implements for most of the exercises with kettlebells, but there are some that are going to be kind of kettlebell specific, and this is one of those. So goal here is to stand up nice and tall. You're going to root yourself into the ground. You're going to let the bell come around your body. You're going to stop that momentum and then come around the other direction. So back and forth. So we can make this very simple. And then we can make it a little bit more dynamic by adding some more speed, by adding a couple more rotations, by adding that hold in different positions, by changing up your foot position when you catch it. So there's lots of variations here, but what's happening is as that bell is pulling around you, it's trying to pull you in those different positions, in that different direction. So you have to root to the ground, which is great for building stability, and you have to maintain a ton of tension to not let the bell swing you all over the place. So that's movement number 1. Movement number 2 is going to be a bottoms up march. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring that kettlebell upside down. Now, if it's too heavy, I would use your other hand to support, but even if that's too heavy, just go into a rack position. All right, so from here, I was hoping I could do that in one spot. All right, from here, you're gonna hold into that march position or in that rack position, and with as much control as you can, you're going to march. So you can add steps forward and back, but the purpose of this workout is to limit the amount of space you need, so marching is fantastic. Even if you take a couple steps forward, a couple steps back, side to side, which is going to create a ton of stress through your forearm. But what I like about this one is not only are we creating a ton of tension with our upper body, just to keep that bell up in that upside down position, we're also bringing that flexion in here, getting some hip flexors by focusing on those marches. So on these alternating knee raises. Make sure to do both sides so you're not walking around in circles. Last but not least, we're going to do some windmills. And I absolutely love windmills because we're building shoulder strength and stability, but we're getting some rotation through the torso, and we're working our spine through multiple positions. So it's not just about creating a ton of rigidity and try to keep your spine nice and straight. It's about being able to move freely through multiple positions while maintaining a level of connection, coordination, and awareness so that we don't jack our stuff up. So you're going to bring that bell overhead, and we'll just keep your feet planted and facing the same direction. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate my hips. So I'm going to kick my right hip out. I'm going to rotate my torso underneath, and I'm going to come right back up. And since we're alternating, because we're just using one bell, I'm going to 2-hand clean it. I'm going to press it, and I'm going to do the same thing. So now I'm making this a little bit more supportive by using my other elbow. So I have the stopping point, but you can go even lower. You can add a little bit of knee flexion, so it kind of turns it almost into a modified windmill overhead squat. But this is fantastic for building strength through your obliques, and like I said, getting a little rotation in there as well. If you can't do the overhead position, then we're going to switch it up and we're going to use a low position. So what you're going to do is keep this arm up because we still want to work on that mobility. Bell is going to be in the right hand, and all we're going to do is bring it down to the inside of the right foot. Stand up, switch hands, and repeat. Back and forth. So we're still getting that tension through the obliques, through our lower back, through our core, so that we're building that strength, but we don't have to worry so much about shoulder mobility as a limiting factor. So check down below for the full workout. It's going to be about 15 minutes, so you can do this on an off day or add in some cardio, or do this in conjunction with your strength workout, typically at the end of your workout. But as always, my goal is to help you build a strong functional physique. And functional is a very generic term. It can mean a lot of things. But to me, it means being able to move well through multiple ranges of motion with or without load at varying speeds. So that way you have the physical freedom to do what you want, when you want, without hurting yourself in the process. So be strong, be resilient, enjoy your training. I'll see you on the next one.